Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I'm Ollie Davis and this is my sexy jacket. Would you like to be as sexy as me, Ollie Davis, in my sexy jacket? Why wouldn't you? It's a very sexy jacket. Well, you're in luck, because thanks to the fashion visionaries over at Oppo Suits, we have 3 wacky full suits and includes trousers and tie to give away. Stick around until the end of the video to find out how to enter. Now that both this week's episodes of Raw and SmackDown are over, we finally know what both their rosters will look like for the rest of the year. Because the 2018 Superstar Shake-Up has been shaken, stirred, and then thrown directly in Kurt Angle's face. Paige here! Not now, but actually now's totally appropriate. Because in kayfabe terms, Paige played a trading blinder, ending up with top picks The Miz, Samoa Joe, Jeff Hardy, The Bar, and Asuka in exchange for Jinder Mahal, Natalya, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Roode to Monday nights. But Raw did get Zack Ryder, so that pretty much equals things out. And SmackDown Superstar Shakes weren't just limited to Raw moves, as last night's episode also announced the impending main roster debuts of former NXT champion Andrade Cien Almas, with his manager Zelina Vega, who Andrade will probably ditch on his first night, sorry Paul, and former NXT Tag Team champions and fan favourite faction Sanity. Sanity's leader, Eric Young, teased as much earlier in the day, tweeting, 8 represents change. Change is what I preach. But when SmackDown ran the video package teasing Sanity's debut, with Young's voiceover declaring an age of chaos on news footage of riots, the promo ended teasing chaos is arriving, which was news to IWGP Heavyweight Champion and leader of New Japan faction Chaos, Kazuchika Okada, who responded, actually, we're in Japan right now. The SmackDown video package does actually have a brief flash frame of the name Sanity at its end, but sadly no mention of founding member Nikki Cross, who wasn't featured in the faction SmackDown trade graphic, suggesting she won't be joining them on the main roster anytime soon. If the Rusev vs Undertaker saga is anything to go by though, she's already been added, replaced, and then put back in the faction by the time I finish this sentence. Last Wednesday, WWE announced that Undertaker would be facing Rusev in a casket match at history's most expensive house show, the Greatest Royal Rumble, on April 27th. But the very next day, Vince took Rusev away, with WWE announcing the match would now be The Undertaker versus Chris Jericho at the show. Rusev had been replaced just hours after he called the dead man past his prime in an interview with TMZ to hype the match, which Taker's real-life wife Michelle McCool then took offense to on Twitter, before revealing her offense was just a work, brother. But as of yesterday, again given the story so far this could change imminently, Rusev had been added back into the match. So what's up backstage with the Bulgarian Brute? According to Bodyslam.net's Brad Shepard, who broke the XFL return story late last year, WWE initially removed Rusev from the match because somebody in the office was definitely rubbed the wrong way by the initial comments Rusev made to TMZ, where he referenced Undertaker as being old. WWE is very sensitive to the potential of offending old-timers. Once they realised Undertaker wasn't offended, they put Rusev back in the match. Now to be in with a chance of winning one of these sexy, sexy jackets from Oppo Suits, who also have plenty of other designs to choose from, all you have to do is subscribe to WrestleTalk and enter using the link in the video description below. That's it! Subscribe and click a link. If you're already subscribed, that means you just have to click the link to enter. We've got 3 suits to give away, so get subscribing to help WrestleTalk climb the hill to 1 mil! Ian subscribers. We're still working on the slogan. Click the videos on screen now to watch the latest WrestleTalk awesome stuff! And click subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest backstage wrestling news.